Hello there, everyone.
It's Mrs. Flynn,
And Mr. Rops.
and we are here to do simultaneous inequalities.
Okay, so we have to write inequalities for these situations to represent the following unshaded regions. So we always shade the stuff we want to get rid of, we eliminate it.
Everything we're throwing away.
Right.
So if we look first, and we're thinking about equations, and we can just pretend like this is our y-axis here, not pretend, it really is, and the x-axis. What would the equation of this line be if it's a vertical line?
Right, well, I always remember when it's vertical lines or horizontal lines, there's like I gotta forget y equals mx plus b and just go, okay, I gotta think here. When it's vertical, it's parallel to the y-axis, so it's going to be x equal to 0. It's kind of backwards.
Yeah, and the equation of this line is x equals
4.
4. So now we have to think, it's not really equal to because we have this inequality. So we want to throw away everything to the left of 0.
So we want the x's to be bigger than 0 because that's on the other side.
So x is got to be greater than or equal to, because of the solid line,
Right.
0.
Yep.
And in this situation,
It's got to be less than or
equal to 4.
4.
Okay, so we could write this as one big sentence.
Right. We can go 0 is less than or equal to x.
Which is less than or equal to 4.
And I always read that as it's between 0 and 4.
Yeah, which makes sense because that's what's happening there.
Yep. And the word that goes in between them is and. It's got to satisfy both those conditions as and. Okay. So now we have horizontal lines. Again, no y equals mx plus b. I'm taking a horizontal.
Okay, so if this is horizontal, then we're going to have y equals negative 2.
Hooray. I like your 2.
Or
Y equals 3.
y equals 3.
Now,
Now,
beware, we have dotted lines.
ooh,
So we're looking for the inside region. So y, I know
it's got to be less than 3.
right.
So y has got to be less than, cannot be equal to 3.
And y is bigger than negative 2.
Than negative 2. Not equal to because this is a dotted line.
Right.
So if we wrote this in a number sentence,
Right. We just go negative 2 is less than y, less than 3. And we always have to go from the smallest number to the largest number, going left to right.
of course, because we think about a number line and we always want to start with the smaller number.
Right. All right. Now this one's a little bit trickier. We got to have a whole bunch of things going on here. So we got a square region. Let's do vertical first. Let's look at the vertical.
If we're looking at this vertical line here, we would know that our vertical lines, just like here,
Right.
is going to be x equals
0.
0. Okay,
It's got to be x equal 3.
horizontal line,
That goes that way. So y equals 2.
and down here,
Y is 0.
all right, so we want to throw everything away. So let's see. If we're looking at this line, x equals 0.
Right.
We want everything thrown away to the left of it, so
We want it bigger than or equal to 0.
greater than or equal to because it has a solid line, and everything to the left of 3.
Right. So x is less than or equal to 3. We like those numbers. And
Y has got to be less than or equal to 2, and y is greater than or equal to 0.
all 4 conditions have to be met. Okay, great. Let's try a different scenario. Okay, so we're going to graph the region defined by those 2 scenarios.
Okay, so we can just start with this one.
Okay.
So we can graph that using
Oh,
general form, x and y intercepts.
good idea. Okay, so we're going to do x-intercept. We let the y value be 0.
Okay, when our y is 0, our x is, let's see, divide by 4, 3 halves.
Right. So 6 over 4 is the same as 3 halves, so 1 1/2 about.
Maybe I should skip those steps.
Let's show those steps.
Yeah, that's a lot to skip.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay.
So let's see, we have 4x plus 3 times 0
Right.
is less, we can think of it as equal to.
Right, we'll do equal to or pretend the line's actually there.
So then I have 4x is equal to 6.
Divide by 4.
X equals 3 halves.
Right.
And that's where this comes from.
Okay, so if we put that on, we go over 3 halves and up 0. Do the other intercept, which means we're looking for the y-intercept, so the x is 0 this time.
Okay, so 4 times 0 plus 3 times y is equal to 6.
Right.
So 3y is equal to 6. Divide by 3. Our y is going to be equal to 2.
Okay, so we can plot that point.
And this is actually a less than or equal to symbol, so we know right away that it's...
No equal to, though. You said
Right, oh
equal
yeah,
to.
yeah, you're right. Less than symbol, so we know right away that it's going to be a dotted line.
Nice. Well done.
All right. Now let's go to the next one.
How about the shading part? Do we
Oh,
want to
yeah.
shade it for what part are we going to eliminate?
Which one do we want to throw away? Well, I don't know. I kind of like testing a point here.
Right.
So I'm going to see if this point 0, 0 holds true.
Okay.
So I have 4x plus 3y is less than 6. So I want to know, do I want to keep this or throw it away?
So I go 4 times 0 plus 3 times 0.
I want to know, is that less than 6? Is 0 less than 6?
Yes.
Yes.
Hooray.
So I want to keep this part.
So let's shade the other side.
So
Get
I'm
rid
going
of
to
the other half.
throw away this part here.
Woohoo!
Get
It's
rid
like
of it.
fire.
All right. So I'm going to clear up a little bit just so, thank you, so I can have a little more space here.
Okay.
Because now we have a new equation.
Right. Okay. We've got y is bigger than x. Well, when we look at that, that's in slope-intercept form.
Yeah. And that, if we think about it, our intercept is just
0. There's nothing written there.
So I can put my point at 0.
And my slope is just 1.
Okay, so I go up 1, right 1, up 1, right 1, and up 1, right 1.
And we just connect those with,
A dotted line once again.
because it's not equal to.
Oh, that one doesn't do it straight for you.
All right, so now we got to decide on what region we're going to use.
Okay, so let's test a point.
Okay,
And-
we can't use 0, 0 this time because that's actually on
Because it goes
that dotted
through
line.
0, 0. So let's test one. What do you want to pick, Mr. Round?
Let's pick one that I know for sure, like 0, -2.
Okay, so we'll test this point here. 0, -2. So we have the equation is what? Y is greater than x. And we're testing 0, -2. So for y, I put in,
-2.
and I want to know, is that greater than 0?
-2 greater than 0. No, it's not.
So if we say no, then I'm going to throw it away.
All right, I need to get rid of it, scratch it all away. Ooh, 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 get rid of all of that.
So all of my solutions are really only going to be in this region.
All right. Now there's a cool program that we have access to called Autograph. And if we take a look at that, if you can help remind me what the equations are. I know the one equation, I hit the enter sign. The one equation was y is bigger than x. And I graphed that, and it gets rid of the region that I'm looking for.
And the other equation,
The other equation,
might
let's
have
see
to-
what that one was. 4x plus 3y is less than 6. Hit the enter key. 4x plus 3y is
less than 6.
less than 6. It graphs the line, and they got the same region that we got. This region out here is what we're looking for, which is exactly what we got. Super.
Okay, we'll have one more in a little bit.